Okay, hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of SCP Secret Files running on the Steamdeck. Alright. I've done a little more... Oops. Done a little more configuration of my controller. Although again, this game is built for the mouse and keyboard. You know, there's no consideration for the controller at all. You'd have to go undergo some work to hit a console. Alright, files. Come on. Interested regarding... Oh, okay, I didn't save that. So, click. Click. I need a mouse. Okay, yeah. What a job, huh? Zoe, it's 5 minutes to 4 o'clock now. Just about ready. Gint, you're not coming? Nah, we don't like you anyway, Gint. Doesn't suit me. What are you talking about? Hi, Carl. We're going to attend the monthly lecture. Monthly lecture. Each month, the Foundation invites someone famous to hold a lecture to share new knowledge and insights pertaining to SCP. For this month's lecture, they invited Dr. Trevor. He holds a high reputation within the Foundation. Interesting, got me in. I'll send you a link to the monthly lecture. Just a sec. This course you signed up for is about to begin. Please join the meeting in the training center. There's Daniel Trevor. Join conference.
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people. Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before. A real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story. The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel.
Well, egotistical, Mr.
One day,
Lecturer.
out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry. To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic. And so, in the attic he lived, all on his own.
Mr. Daniel, while up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle. I hope you practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
But Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy. You don't give up before you fight.
Well, unless you're fighting like a giant rock monster.
Daniel was reluctant at first, but he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
Damn it. Which one's D? Oh my god. I don't get this mapping. It's so hard to think about it in terms of a controller.
Suddenly, he heard some strange noises in the corner of the attic.
Huh? Who's there?
Daniel decided to go over and take a look.
Oh, I can move in here. Oh, wow. Well, that's a pretty good transition. I mean, that looks like 2D art.
It was a mousetrap, and there was a red origami paper dragon inside of it. Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful. The only problem was part of its wing was damaged. But Daniel found a way to repair
And
it.
it was an origami that was moving on its own. Choose items to repair the paper dragon. Okay. Need the mouse for this one again. Is there paper here?
Daniel held the repaired paper dragon high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world below. He played and played with the paper dragon.
Wee! Woo! Dragon! Soar!
In the warm afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
Could it be? Or is this all just a dream?
The dragon was slowly draining Daniel's poor life force.
The next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down, he began to fiddle with the old radio.
Our town is located in the plains, where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all inactive.
Oh, well, how reassuring. So, he's been jacking off.
A scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
Where did this paper ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
Yeah, that is really convincing. That's cool stuff right there. I mean, the whole game doesn't look very impressive, but when it goes for this, you know, more, more fantasy art style, I think it succeeds. hell are you going?
Just as he was about to seize the rolling paper ball, suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it. Before his very eyes, the paper ball began to grow, bigger and bigger.
Shouldn't have jacked off so much in it. That's what happens, kids.
At that moment, a red figure suddenly appeared. The red figure quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box. Daniel studied the red figure carefully. It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
I wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
And taking my
Daniel
life force.
was grateful and very happy. He walked closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and backed away. Just then, Daniel had an idea. He took out his penny whistle and slowly played a tune.
I'm trying to remember how this is going to go. Okay, it's reverse Z. Oh, ASDF in space? Well, okay, that's why I was screwed up. I don't even know if I have all that mapped to my controller. It's not in tune with the music.
The paper dragon enjoyed the sound very much. It began to move along with the rhythm, flipping up and down in the air.
Dragon didn't have very good taste.
Soon the two were playing and dancing, just like old friends.
Daniel jacked off into the paper
The
dragon. It's
dragon
like,
traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
My cherished friend, after many long years, we finally meet again.
many long years. What?
Tell me, how has your family been?
I mean,
A great thank you for playing that music for me.
what you describe as tender.
You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions, as the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit any time.
The piece of paper then changed back into the shape of a paper dragon and flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic. Daniel rushed to find a watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
Leftover jack-off tissues. Daniels, do not touch. Here. B. Dragons.
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel. During this time, Daniel introduced many of his friends to the paper dragon.
Yes, millions of sperm.
That cat's name is Mrs. Carter. Ever since I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends. That's Duke, Mrs. Jessica's pet. He doesn't like Rainy Day or Mrs. Carter. Only smoked sausages fit his taste.
Okay, all the things that are bad for pets. Okay.
And now,
Good job, Daniel.
we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings, as if it didn't understand him.
Well, since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound better.
Why not whistle?
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together in the attic.
Let's play cat.
Crumples. As soon as it hits him. Oh, do I throw it out the window? Ah, okay, maybe I do that. Let's do that. Go fetch dragon. Oh, okay. Won't let me do that. Fine, fine.
But just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
No, you didn't kill the cat, did you?
The stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open, and thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls.
They became alive, kids. Watch where you dispose of your used tissues.
Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation, and promptly threw them back into the box. Penny then flew around in front of Daniel and rushed right back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped. Facing a friend's farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost. He moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle day in and day out. As the days went by, Daniel's playing became smoother. One day, the box suddenly began to move.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4. This time there were 4 paper dragons. But they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
Earthquake! Another earthquake! This time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
In that small attic, the 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper balls. This time, the paper balls used new tactics. They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper. It began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other. Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed and anxious.
And a little guilty about jacking off so much.
Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power. The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove straight down to pierce through the monstrous paper ball. And then came another paper dragon. The monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape back into the box. The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper, and a silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once. Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box. The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic. Daniel eagerly took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice.
Oh no. Get the keyboard out again. What? Oh, feel ripped off. Okay, don't hire these guys to do rhythm action games. Not your forte, gentlemen. Oh, that's really loud. Come on, really? I don't even get the timing. It doesn't feel like it's consistent.
In the sweet melody of his playing, Daniel felt himself enter into the world of dragons.
Now you're a prisoner. Hi, Tender. Why are you calling me Tender, Mr. Dragon? Yes, you. It just rhymes with mender. Because you mended us.
The paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down towards Daniel to tell their story.
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a long spell of peace and stability. But now, the giants have returned. They have launched ferocious attacks, trying to invade your world through the room. We are prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only be temporary. We will not be apart forever, and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant,
Because he was dumb.
but he had a vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his new friends again.
I mean, that isn't exactly what the letter said, but okay, Daniel. You're not winning any perception awards.
A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered. He could now play the penny whistle very, very well. But the paper dragons never returned.
Put into bag? What does that mean? Oh, okay. Put my penny whistle back in the bag? Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Oh, this actually requires dragging and dropping. Boink. 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 Wait, these are the things I'm taking with me? What the hell is this going to be used for? Holy shit. Daniel's a dumbass.
Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
Yes, where you...
Just then,
be swallowed up by the ground.
Shot from the cardboard box. However, it seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air in confusion.
What's happening?
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons.
Oh, okay. Am I supposed to be doing this? Daniel went on to become the worst medic in the history of the U.S. Army. No, not my...
The paper balls swarmed together.
Sperm getting
and
revenge.
pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the corner. He couldn't move. Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violent lightning flashed through the room. The figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds, and the entire attic became overwhelmed with its evil aura.
The earthquake is growing stronger, now with a magnitude of 7.1! Heaven almighty, are we doomed?
The giant unleashed its power maniacally. The paper dragons struggled against it, with no means of fighting back. At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly. Together, they heroically crashed their bodies into the giant.
Or stupidly.
Daniel thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple. The giant's figure could still be seen in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown stronger. It fought back with a new ferocity. Dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is going stronger still! The greatest disaster this town has seen in over 100 years! My heavens! Will this nightmare ever end?
You've been around for 100 years?
With the paper dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance. It was Penny. It flew gently in front of Daniel and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened. Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he didn't quite understand what.
Daniel was a little slow.
Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star. At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragonfly.
No!
A huge explosion from the impact drowned out everything else in the attic. The attic rained down with countless pieces of paper, the leftover scraps of the paper dragons. Daniel wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
Cleaning up the room after an earthquake.
Goodbye, my friend.
The nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
Lord of the Dragons.
A few days later, the art festival was held as scheduled. Daniel attended the show with his penny whistle.
And now, Daniel Trevor will perform a penny whistle solo of a song titled Fly With Me.
Oh no. Oh, keyboard time. What? It doesn't even remotely match with the music. Ugh, so loud. Oh, are we watching NBC? A little cross promotion.
And that's how the story ends. Now, you might be wondering, what happened next? Are there still paper dragons in the world? Well, that's a difficult question to answer.
Especially when I can't hear you because of the damn music.
That they are still protecting us somewhere in this world, just like they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
It's interesting. They gave us a non-frightening story after the frightening story. I mean, okay, maybe it's like a mental break. Dragon soar! What lovely paper dragons. I love them so much. Me too, but what happened to the cute little ones? Awesome, but where are they being contained now? SCP-1762 is now being contained in Reliquary Research Institute, where Dr. Daniel is supervising director. That cardboard box has remained silent. How you know all this, Gent? I thought you didn't attend the monthly lecture. Under the direction of Dr. Trevor, Gent spent 2 years researching SCP-1762, so he knows far more than we do. Wow. Hey, I told you all that particular SCP didn't suit me. Oh, come on, Gent. But really, imagining you tidying up files and piles of cute little fairy books, it's kind of adorable. Enough already. I'm getting back to work. But I'm going to stress the point again. That particular SCP did not suit me. I've been here for a month now, and I am now entirely adjusted to the job. Though the content of my work is simply process archive files, it is work that will never bore me. A few absurd jokes aside, most of the archives are really rather fascinating. I've been having hallucinations lately. I feel like someone is calling me, a voice low and uncertain. They seem to be trying to communicate with me, but I cannot understand a single word they say. In fact, I had planned on seeing a doctor, but Zoe told me it was the typical rookie syndrome. It will clear up in a few days. I certainly hope that is the case. 9/14/2012. Okay, sorry, I didn't read those last files, so I'm sure somebody was interested in that. Yorkshire, England. SCP-300, Object Class Safe, Special Containment Procedures. SCP-300 is stored in a locked and climate-controlled container at Site Blank. Experimentation on SCP-300 may only be performed with prior written permission from at least one Level 3 senior researcher, and any observations made must be recorded for later analysis. Description: SCP-300 consists of a blank SCP-300-1 containing approximately 2.4 cc of an unidentified colorless liquid, SCP-300-2. When a single drop of SCP-300-2 is extracted from SCP-300-1 and the drop is viewed through a standard optical microscope, an animated scene becomes visible. While no two drops have shown precisely the same scene, these scenes generally take the form of pastoral or woodland scenes consistent of that of blank. So far, attempts to analyze the exact chemical compositions of SCP-300-2 have inexplicably failed, with spectrometers reporting wildly variant or false data, thus making attempts at replicating it impossible. SCP-300-2 it also invariably evaporates within blank of being drawn outside of SCP-300-1. Despite all attempts at stabilizing the substance or controlling laboratory conditions, SCP-300 was the first documented along with Redacted after being recovered from the attic of a row home in Redacted blank on blank 1863. Following a raid by agents of the Royal Society for the Security, Containment, and Protection of Anomalous Artifacts, SCP-300 was transferred to SCP Foundation possession on blank 19 blank. Yorkshire, England. SCP-300 was first documented along with blank after being recovered from the attic. Okay, really. Antique bottle of perfume. Is that on top now? Oh, it is on top. SCP-300 stored in a locked and climate-controlled container. Yeah. SCP-300 consists of an antique glass perfume bottle. SCP-301 containing approximately 24... Oh, yeah, okay. This is all just the same details. Let's see, SCP-090, Object Class, Special Containment Procedures. Artifact is being held in a secure bunker at the facility at Site Blank and constantly monitored by Approved Class D personnel. The object's new arrangement is to be imagined every time it shifts. New arrangements are fed into the facility's Class OT supercomputer. Division Chief is to be notified of all changes and current estimates every half hour. No personnel is to touch SCP-090 except under order blank blank blank. AXA security level has been created for monitoring SCP-090. Non-AXA personnel found in the facility will be terminated. Description: SCP-090 was located and retrieved in blank blank on April 10th, 19 blank. Prior to retrieval, SCP-090 had been located in a chamber at the nearby cathedral. SCP-090 was then removed, the cathedral was burned, and the 6 monks and priests were terminated. SCP-090 has been located at Site Blank since the retrieval. Object initial location prior to the cathedral was unrecorded. SCP-090 is a cubic structure, 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, made of an unknown ceramic material. Object is classified as indestructible following tests outlined in Document 090-B, unattached. Each side is divided into 10,000 individual squares in arrangements similar to a Rubik's Cube, 100 segments per edge, each segment 2 millimeters wide. Each square has a part of a design etched into the surface. Etchings glow white. An unknown internal structure causes the realignment of a single row or column roughly every 2.8 seconds. Vague records of the object's alignments have been kept since 242 CE, but those kept before 1533 CE have been lost. Modern technology has allowed the exact alignments to be imaged and recorded, as well as studied. Segments are divided by a thin white line unless they are aligned correctly with the square directly adjacent to them. There are 22 correct alignments on the object's surface currently. See 25.090.090.042D or 04D unattached for complete current object alignment. D023016, 02416, 024,015 is currently the only alignment of 3 adjacent segments on the current surface of SCP-090. B10023 -10024 -099024-098024 and C-043077-042077 -042076-042075 are the 4-segment alignments. There's also a 6-segment alignment. See documents 09B or 090-B for research notes involving alignment effects. Appendix. Link. Okay, sure. That's the addendum security level personnel C, document 090-B, document 090-A, Dr. Blank Blank experiment notes. Experiment 0012. Observations going well. We have managed to develop a system to record and analyze the shifts in the cube almost as quickly as they occur. No correlation between shifts and any world events found yet. Experiment 0048. We observed a 6-segment alignment today on the first side. It was noted and passed without incident. 2 hours later, a research assistant returned from a break room with news that a tsunami had occurred in the Indian Ocean and caused hundreds of thousands of deaths and extensive property damage. No correlation is currently known, but we will make note of it. Where's my mouse? Experiment 0150. After our 120th alignment on the 4th side of the cube and 120th accident report in the lab, we are designating the 4th side as local and will implement safety measures tomorrow. The staff are discouraged from making bets regarding the outcome of alignments. Experiment 0172. A 6-segment alignment was recorded this morning on the local side. As a safety precaution, Site Blank was evacuated. 2 hours later, a containment breach occurred, but resulted in no loss of life due to the evacuation. Object determined is to prevent events, not cause them. First side design as global. Upgrade to Euclid status requested. Experiment 240. We stepped up our experiments today by attempting to modify the cube itself. When D-class personnel blank attempted to make a shift, SCP-090 immediately created a 10-segment alignment of its own accord near the top left corner of the local side. Exactly 2 hours later, SCP blank broke containment and data expunged. Agents blank and blank were also lost during the incident. Recommend forced shift testing of SCP-090 postponed. Upgrade to Keter status and approved as SCP-090 is obviously capable of causing events of its own accord. Object may be sentient. Experiment conclusions of 0193.1. The combination of different alignment patterns on its body can cause disastrous effects of differing scales. It is presumed that full completion of the item will result in a catastrophe of an unprecedented scale. SCP-090 appears to possess the ability to actively change alignment patterns at will in order to cause destruction. Interesting. Okay. There you go. Let's see, SCP-098, Object Class Special Containment Procedures. Information pertaining to the creation and application of SCP-098 is restricted to Foundation personnel with Level 3 clearance or higher. Experimentation with SCP-898 may only be conducted with the approval of the majority of the Overseer Council. Description: SCP-898 is a memetic disorder specifically created by Foundation researchers for the purpose of serving as a defense mechanism against blank. Its development was undertaken as part of the Operation Azure Skies in 1992. The objective of Azure Skies was to design and employ a variety of devices to protect Foundation personnel in the field and the supernatural threats that conventional technologies were not sufficient to guard against. SCP-898 specifically was created over the course of 3 years of study and experimentation, taking information from analysis of already known memetic SCPs to drive a Gestalt research and development program. The SCP-898 project was overseen by Dr. Grinko during its run, and its official cancellation on December 22nd, 1995. The conclusion Dr. Grinko and his subordinates reached was that blank. To that end, Grinko proposed that a simple biologically motivated catalyst might be the solution. According to the theory he developed, when a subject's mind that had already been infected by SCP-898 detected a potential mimic invasion, SCP-898 would automatically stimulate the subject's sympathetic ganglion to flood the subject's system with adrenaline and provoke a fight or flight response. The subject would then dismiss the invading meme in the process of either initiating an attack or in fleeing from the meme's effective range. The method for detecting invading memes revolved around tracking sudden changes in the subject's limbic system. A common trend Grinko and his team had observed among mimic viruses known to the Foundation was that nearly all of them stimulated an unusually high amount of activity in the orbital frontal cortex, and so SCP-898 was designed to activate in response to the stimulation, or if the subject became consciously aware of a mimic attack, which would frequently start off orbital front cortex activity as well. In order to ensure that SCP-898 would provide adequate protection against all types of memes, Grinko opted to form the core of this counter meme around all 5 senses. SCP-898, at its completion, would include auditory, visual, olfactory, tactile, and taste-based elements. Addendum 11/17/1995. After the inception is completed, a Class A amnestic must be administered in order to prevent looping, auto-activation, and related phenomena. See Incident Reports 898-14 through 898-20, Dr. Grinko. Further documents, data expunged for more details. Let's see, understanding memetics, or memetics. Memetics are a type of information particle that contains supernatural abilities. In most circumstances, the medium that spreads the meme does not contain any supernatural ability. The meme itself is the sole carrier of the supernatural ability. If, for example, a meme is written within a book, this does not mean that the book itself is a supernatural phenomenon. Only the meme within it contains supernatural elements. Memes do not have any direct physical influence on humanity, but all humans exposed to and having perceived the memetic SCP are at risk of being influenced by it. To be sure, memetic SCPs do not emanate any detectable forms of memetic rays or auras, and abnormal phenomena will take place only once a human perceives it. In short, memetic SCPs must first be understood before they can produce an anomalous phenomena. Phenomena. Incident Report 898-14 on September 22nd, 1994. The first complete draft of SCP-898 was administered to 30 D-class subjects who were then locked into secure chamber number 34 in Site 12. A loudspeaker installed in the room began to play a recording of SCP-444 after all the subjects were safely locked behind the soundproof doors. 12 subjects attempted to break down the doors, presumably in order to escape, and 10 fled to the corners of the room and huddled in them, covering their ears, and 8 rushed to the speaker and attempted to tear it out of the wall. After some minutes, the latter subjects were successful, but they continued to show signs of extreme agitation after the recording was silenced. The subjects began to attack each other approximately 8 minutes later, when the doors were unsealed and security teams entered 30 minutes after. A majority of the subjects were either dead or in critical condition, and the survivors had to be neutralized. Where's my mouse? God damn it. It's so hard to keep track of. It's so tiny. Incident Reports 898-15. On October 1st, 1994, the second complete draft, modifications are detailed in Data Expunge, of SCP-898 was administered to 30 D-Class subjects who were then locked into Secure Chamber Number 34 in Site 12. Once again, a loudspeaker installed in the room began to play a recording of the SCP-444 after all the subjects were safely locked behind the soundproof doors. The subjects displayed a very similar behavior to that described in Incident Report 898-14 initially, but their agitation appeared to cease after Dr. Dahl, the technician overseeing the experiment, shut off the recording himself. Unaware that the microphone in his observation booth was turned on, he said aloud, "Well, it looks like the counter meme worked right this time." Some of the D-Class subjects who were near the loudspeaker apparently heard this and began to show signs of agitation and proceeded to fight amongst themselves or run from each other, starting a riot that eventually encompassed all of the subjects. Security teams had to neutralize several of the subjects, but the remaining ones surrendered. Excerpt from interview with Dr. Grinko, 12/13/1995. I didn't miss one, did I? Yeah, there's only one up here. Grinko, since many mimetic compulsions, by definition, involves the inspiration of an idea in the target's mind, the most obvious defense mechanism was another type of inspiration, preferably one that would create a more powerful compulsion and override the first meme. As near as we could tell, the problem was that the counter meme was treated itself as an invading meme. If a person infected with SCP-898 became consciously aware that they were infected with SCP-898, 898 would activate. We call this auto-activation. The first complete 898 treatment also had an unfortunate side effect of looping. 898 would automatically detect itself once it had been activated once and would keep activating over and over again. Although we were able to work out the looping problem in most cases, we could not prevent a loop in the case of an auto-activation, and we never found a solution to auto-activation. The best we could do was work around the best we could do was to use a workaround with anesthetics and try to make sure that knowledge of SCP-898 wasn't generally known to Foundation personnel. SCP-898 Testing Log 4-3-1992. Subject D44589 infected with SCP-898 Strain 3 and D44590 not infected. Test. The first subject would be locked into a soundproof room and provided with a written sample of SCP-444 and asked to copy it onto another blank piece of paper. When that task was completed, a second subject would enter the room and the first subject would verbally describe what he had written to the second subject. Results. D44589 initially appeared to be unable to copy the text until he resorted to tracing over it. He was unable to describe what he had written to D44590 and finally resorted to showing D44590 what had copied. D44590 was isolated along with D44589, while D44590 began showing symptoms of SCP-444 infection. D44589 did not, and eventually they became unable to communicate with each other. Subject. D44591 infected with SCP-898 Strain 4 and D44592 not infected. Test see above. Results. D44591 successfully copied the text and read it aloud to D44592. D44591 was isolated along with D44592. While D44592 began showing symptoms of SCP-444 infection, D44591 did not. But they were still able to have limited communication. Excerpt from interview with Dr. Greco, 12/13/1995. Greco, our early attempts at making a counter meme toyed with the idea of compelling the infected subject to be blind or apathetic towards incoming memes, but those were even more serious drawbacks than the berserker serum. In worst case, our subjects would become effectively blind and deaf, unable to see or hear or read any language or sense anything else with powerful mental associations. In the best case, the subjects would still be effective carriers of any meme they absorbed, even if they were not personally affected by it. In short, we have failed. Looking back at the last 3 years, it seems to me is that all we've really done is figure out how to induce a lot of different mental disorders. 05 blank. I see. And you think that is reason enough to abandon the project? Rinko, yes. Maybe not forever, but it's clear to me now that we just don't have the knowledge base to develop very effective memes of our own. Maybe in a few decades, when our knowledge of memetics and neurology is a bit more developed, we can pick this up again. But for now, I don't think there's anything else constructive that we can do. In addition, given the current project safety assessments, we will reclassify it from Euclid to Safe class. Carl. Hello, Director. Or here, Director R. There is a temporary archive that needs to be sorted. The others are in the field, so you'll have to take over. Alright, leave it to me. The mission is an emergency, Carl. It is beyond your current level. But your recent performance has proven that you have the ability to accomplish it. I understand, Director R. Remember, stay sane. Always in awe. Alright, get to it then. Okay. Item SCP-239, Object Class Euclid, Special Containment Procedures, Obsolete Data, Description, Obsolete Data, Appendix, Obsolete Data. Consciousness Intrusion Operation Record. Participants, Director Blank, Executor D6744, Mike Donald. Intrusion Subject, SCP-239, Device Applied Synapse. Incident Process, Operation executed on March 26, 2005. On that night, Consciousness Intrusion Action SCP-239-01. This report contains a large amount of content. Do you want to read further? Yes. Oh. 1. Consciousness Intrusion Action SCP-239-01. Witch Plan 26.1.04. ARB, a potential development plan. Mandate from 05 Council to transfer Miss Violet to SCP-39 project. Oh. If you wanted to read that, read fast, jerk off. We got things to do, SCP game.
D6744. Please provide your identification code according to the mission letter. 4 and 20 blackbirds.
Tell me, Doc, when was the last time this rag on my head was washed?
D6744. According to the 7th edition of the Security Regulation Amendment, you must first provide your identification code. Otherwise, you will be executed.
Alright. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. You're a real fan of these formalities. Everything's got to be right by the book with you. Oh, God. Fuck.
Mike Donald, Consciousness Intrusion Expert, former leader of MTF UP2, codename Spider. Now, Level D personnel, number 6744.
Enough with these damn formalities. Just what the hell you want me to do?
D6744, do you know about the Witch Plan?
I've heard the name, that's all.
The plan is under the direct command of 05. Every last detail of the plan is protected by the strictest confidential terms.
So what?
D6744, what you're about to witness is top secret information of the Foundation.
The hell is going on?
A few hours ago, something went wrong with the Witch Plan experiment. The energy of the human anomaly, SCP-239, is out of control and has begun diffusing outward, disintegrating everything it touches.
You guys seriously never cease to amaze me.
SCP-239 is now a ticking time bomb. She could go off at any moment. D6744, I need you to enter the consciousness of SCP-239 to stop this bomb from exploding.
The neural key is fully charged and ready to enter the
Hold on,
target
wait, I'm not
consciousness
following.
space.
Just-
Begin the program.
Consciousness
what's
begins to
happening?
link. Start the countdown.
D6744.
5,
We don't have much time left.
3, 2, and size.
Oh, I can move. Okay. Oh, sorry. Were you playing with that? I could be a real jerk, I guess, in my consciousness.
D6744, can you hear me?
Son of a bitch! Fuck you!
The situation is urgent. If you were still the way you used to be, you would have done the same.
Hello there?
Hi. Cute face.
Hey, wait!
D6744,
Like an ex-girlfriend.
what did you see?
A little girl, but she ran away when she saw me.
That little girl is SCP-239. What else have you discovered?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Help. Help me.
The girl's consciousness is severely damaged. That probably explains her total loss of energy control.
Then how should we proceed?
I'll have to enter her preconscious. If there's a solution to this, it's gonna be in there.
Good. D6744, you really are the right person for this mission. D6744, I must remind you, SCP-239 is no ordinary girl. She is uniquely dangerous. Do not forget.
Yeah, I got it. I'm dangerous too, don't forget.
Time clock. Summer. Bird. Movie. Snake. Cry. Turkey. Eagle. 16. Eternal blood. Science.
Someplace that drops the frame rate.
Stone green. Touch. Move. Anxiety. Close pain. Lust. Zeus. Rainstorm.
I'm gonna have to fight you. Really don't look forward to that.
Garden. Activate. Wings. Fan. Passion. French. Resin. Rora. Ladybug. Time clock. Test into
Holy mother of...
I'd rather not. Running. This long ass hallway. Wrong door. Attacked by an unknown source is wise to run. Yeah, I was in the middle of running. How was I gonna know? How was I supposed to know it was a left instead of right? Yeah, this reminds me of Evil Within. Reset parts. Link all fragments in the correct order. Lines cannot intersect. Fragments may only be linked once. Once again, requires a mouse. Oh, do I have to drag and drop? Oh, I do.
I'm Dr. Pierce. We are now conducting ability control test number 125 of SCP-239. Okay, let us begin. First, set voltage strength to 30 kilovolts. Power on. SCP-239. Move the target object to the designated location.
Ability control test number 125 has failed.
The voltage intensity must be insufficient. I'll need a new test site, along with new equipment that can handle a greater voltage load.
Okay. Oop, oh, oh.
Let me sleep. Just a while.
Okay.
Bird's Nest calling D6744. Do you copy?
Copy.
The energy of SCP-239 is still diffusing outward. What's your situation?
Situation's more complicated than I thought. I'm gonna need more time.
Be quick about it.
I got it. Quit rushing me.
Have you heard?
Heard what?
O5 is displeased with the slow progress of Dr. Pierce's experiments. They've appointed a new director to take over the project.
You sure it's not just a rumor? Today's morning session was chaired by Dr. Pierce.
It's true. Trust me. If I'm being honest, I don't really like Dr. Pierce. Something about him, you know, just gives me the creeps.
He's coming. Stop.
Okay. Let's see. Notice for visiting. Fact. Sean Pierce. Personnel Department, SCP Foundation. Page 1. December 28th, 2003. Notice for review. Comment. Okay. Dr. Violet Tato, Senior Researcher of Site 1711, will visit your office at 9:50 a.m. today. Reason for visit? Personal transfer. Please be advised. Okay. Got a visitor. Who's gonna take my job, apparently. Or somebody else's job. I'm not Dr. Pierce. What's going on over here? Should probably not touch that, I would guess. Now we're upstairs now. Reset paths. Okay, so we're gonna go.
How are the preparations for the experiment coming along?
Equipment's been checked. Everything is ready.
Good. Anything to be aware of?
Sam went to the counseling room after yesterday's experiment.
Give him an injection of amnestic agent, and let Arthur take his place.
God, why is the default walking speed so slow? Sean's employee card. Name: Sean Pierce. Department: Site 17 Development Team. Position: Director of SCP-239 Research Group. Site: 17-0349. Got your ID badge now. Sean's diary. Site 17, room number 35, Sector 3, December 7th, 2003. To say that I am displeased with the experiment results would be a gross understatement. Each day we seem to step on the critical point of success, only to never cross the line. It's a never-ending cycle of anger, frustration, exasperation, and excitement. 1,000 mixed emotions swirl within me, to the point where I can no longer distinguish one from another. But to give up now is not an option. I know that much. The successful conclusion of this experiment must be seen through to the end. With failure comes experience, and I now know where the main problem lies. The maximum safe voltage permitted by the Foundation is still too low. I'll need to find a way to increase the limit. Resistance, agency, free will, rest assured nothing will stand up to the power of extreme voltage. Okay, shock therapy to the experiment. Probably not a good long-lasting solution.
Try again. Set voltage strength to 250 kilovolts.
Dr. Pierce, the heart rate of SCP-239 has now exceeded 160. Her physiological indicators are quickly approaching their limit. Perhaps we should consider pausing for a while.
Continue. Pressurize. Set to 250 kilovolts. Go. Now. SCP-239. Pay close attention to my instructions. Crush that car in front of you.
Wow, she's telekinetic.
What's the meaning of this?
Sean Pierce.
Violet.
Long time, Sean. What's it been? 7 years?
I've got no time to play catch-up with you. Not a great first impression you're leaving either. Barging into my lab and interfering with my experiments. According to Foundation security regulations, I could have you detained, you know.
Still the same old temper. You haven't changed one bit, Sean. Well, if you want to talk business, then let's talk business. You should have a look at this first.
This is... No.
This is O5's mandate. Effective immediately. Which plan and all SCP-239 experiments will be led by me.
No, that's... No! This is a mistake! It's not possible!
Don't take it personal, Sean. The simple fact is that the development of SCP-239 is moving too slow. They want a more ambitious approach. A new process, if you will.
A new process? What new process? Just what do you know about process? Please, Violet, enlighten me.
Sean, let us end our bickering with this. Victory comes to those who fight, and to those who last.
Okay, so some sort of internal conflict. Administration Department of Site 17, SCP Foundation. The O5 Council of the Foundation has entrusted Dr. Violet Tato as the new principal investigator of the SCP-239 project, replacing Dr. Sean Pierce. The authority of this position shall include the transfer of personnel within the project, the formulation of the project development method, the signing of documents, and handling of matters pertaining to research activities. This authorization order shall be recognized effective immediately. 05 blank, December 28, 2003. Okay, so hand it off to a different researcher. What the hell's this?
Are you here to play?
Oh, okay. I didn't really check that room fully, but...
Bird's Nest, do you copy?
Copy, loud and clear.
Just what exactly is Witch Plan?
That's not your concern. Focus on the mission at hand. Stop the spread of energy diffusion released by SCP-239, and do it quick.
Yeah, sure.
Ah, interesting. So this is the outside world I'm seeing? Go this way.
Director Tattoo. The storybooks and toys we ordered have arrived in C3 warehouse.
Good. How's the containment room remodeling coming along?
The bed and daily necessities are all in place. The demolition of the ARB potential development plan will be completed next.
Good and good. Now, how about the formal meeting with our little princess?
Book purchasing list. Free your child's true potential. Martin Rawson. The baby book. Everything you need to know about your baby from birth to age 2. William Sears. Between Parent and Child. The best-selling classic that revolutionized parent-child communication. Haimji Hino. Fig Trees and Kalima Inakas. Dear Zoo. Rod Campbell. Time for Bed. Fred. Yasmin Ismail. Children's books. Different from Shock Treatment. Violet's reading notes. Our highest endeavor must be to develop free human beings who are able of themselves to impart purpose and direction to their lives. Rudolf Steiner. Understanding your child's inner turmoil provides an emotional mirror that helps them understand themselves. By allowing them to feel recognized, to feel that their views and ideas are valued, you build up their self-esteem. Once a child feels that their personal worth has been recognized, they will be much more capable and resilient when dealing with people and events in their lives. The motto we must hold in our hearts is this: I seek to understand. I will show my understanding. I will not criticize and condemn. Once a child identifies with the values of once a child identifies with the values the parent embodies, the child will develop and acquire personal standards of self-regulation within their own selves. Okay. The modeling plan of SCP-239's room. Tasks, preparations, dismantling of monitoring devices, dismantling of electrical devices, dismantling of commonly used and standby circuits, reinforcement project, heavy current engineering, interior decoration, children's room, arrangement of interior objects, children's room, site clearing, test and acceptance, inspection. Okay. Requires employee card. Don't I have one? Didn't I steal that guy's card? Pretty sure I did. Violet's employee card. Name: Violet Tato. Department: Site 17 Research Group of Demeter Plan. Position: Director of SCP-239 Research Group. ID: Site 17-0451. Okay. So they made it more child-friendly, looking a little bit more humanized. Guess that's the plan. Look, what a weird thing to frame. Humanoid sector, SCP Foundation. Item SCP-239, object class Keter, Site 17, Beta 17194. Got my ID.
Hello there. Hold on a second. I'm not gonna hurt you. God damn it.
Monsters. Monsters. Scared. Scared.
When you feel scared, just close your eyes. Imagine something beautiful, and those terrible things will disappear.
Who are you?
My name is Violet Tattoo. You can just call me Violet.
Oh, Violet.
I will take care of you from now on. No one will hurt you ever again. All right. That's it for today's bedtime story. We'll have a little test tomorrow. You need your rest.
Afraid. Sleep. Nightmares.
SCP-239, are you afraid of having nightmares again?
Yes. Afraid.
Just remember what I told you. When you feel scared, just close your eyes. Imagine your little friends in the stories all running out of their books to come play with you. Then you won't be afraid. Get some sleep now. Remember to imagine those beautiful images.
Close eyes. Imagine. Imagine. Beautiful images. Long time ago, there was a robin. It wanted a home of its own. But what should a home look like? It decided to ask other animals.
Oh, look at that frame rate. Oh my god. I'm getting into single digits here. And a little tortoise. I am the hare. I know how this ends, tortoise. Should've worked more on your stamina. Select the part to be adjusted. Hold left mouse button to adjust. Oh, okay. More mouse work. Okay, ears a little too big. Okay, the footsy's a little big. Footsie too big.
The robin needs an elephant. This is the house should have very strong floors. Strong enough to support my weight. The robin shapes
Strong enough to support a solid frame rate. Go get him, cheetah.
stops its hunting.
I mean, don't do that.
It pulls back and whispers. There should be beautiful spotted curtains to block out the harsh sun. The robin shakes its head again. The giraffes speak from way up high. The house should have a high roof, and plates should hang from the ceiling. The robin flaps its wings and flies away. The hippos let out a loud yawn. House should be built in a pool, so we can bathe anytime and sleep anytime. The robin shakes off the water droplets and flies away.
It's interesting her world is still surrounded by a cage. Or I guess those are poles for the carousel. Boy, this game does not run well on the on the Steam Deck. It is struggling. You control Robin's flight. Whoa, look at that frame rate. My god. Little Flappy Bird action going on here. I forget, there was a game, you know, before Flappy Bird, which had this concept. I want to say it was an arcade game. But of course, you know, that you know, Flappy Bird became so popular, you know, a decade ago. Kind of what we associate this game now with. Yeah, obviously it's not trying to challenge you like Flappy Bird was.
The robin flies to a small hill where the lion's family lives. The lion says, "My home is vast and boundless, and the whole prairie is my home." The robin shakes its head and flies away.
I'm gonna go look for frame rates, the robin said. Ain't gonna get them here. Oh, God. Chugga, chugga, chugga. What, is it running on Windows 95?
Flies and flies, and finally it lands on the back of a rhinoceros. The rhinoceros says, "Everyone travels with all sorts of strange questions inside, but after traveling far and long enough, the answer that everyone finds is that the truth is not far, for it lays within our very hearts. Robin, what kind of home do you want?" The robin says, "The home I want is..."
SCP-239, what are you doing? What's going on here? What's happening? SCP-239, we have to work and rest according to plan.
But
Alex, clear up the mess.
At once, Director.
SCP-239, this is all for your own good. You must be obedient and complete tomorrow's test. After that, I'll give you a gift.
A gift?
All right. Back to sleep now, SCP-239.
Is the door gonna open? That door is opening. Okay, anything else here I need to find? Little hidden nuggets. No. Boy, they really need to increase the default walking speed. It is way too slow. Even the running speed is, like, obscenely slow. Oh, can I go up there? No? Alright. Just checking. Third floor.
The commissioning of the experimental site must be completed at once. The formal presentation is next week.
I'll see to it, Director. What shall we do with these creations of SCP-239?
Destroy them.
Ah, so she was able to manifest all that stuff. She's a powerful little girl. Don't piss her off. Which I'm assuming is what happens. We probably pissed her off.
A gift for me. Happy.
Apparently none of these guys ever read Firestarter. Or watched either of the two movies. There might be three. I only know of two. Oh, I guess technically three? I guess there was an old sequel to Firestarter before they did a reboot of it. Not Stephen King
you there?
fans.
D6744 calling Bird's Nest. D6744 calling Bird's Nest. The hell are these guys up to?
Director Tattoo. The experimental site has been fully prepared. The report may begin at any time.
Excellent. If today's experiment goes smoothly, I will have full control over which plan. Go, check again to be sure that everything is in place. There can be no omissions.
At once,
That's right.
Director.
No farting. I don't care how many beans you've had. Put somebody's test scores up here. Hall of Fame or Hall of Shame?
Violet, hey! Violet! Violet! I've got to have a word with you. Just one quick moment.
Dr. Pierce, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment. We'll be presenting Witch Plan's progress to the O5 Council shortly.
Right, yes, that's just it. Listen, SCP-239's abilities are greater than you could ever imagine. She is infinitely more powerful now than when she was born. Your experimental procedures lack the proper controls. Any mistake, no matter how minuscule, could have irreversible consequences.
Dr. Pierce, let us not forget that it was your previous missteps that caused us to miss the ideal incubation period for SCP-239. If we don't cultivate her using my method, the window of opportunity will be closed for good.
But listen, if you go about it using your method, you will repeat the accident that happened 7 years ago. You do remember, don't you? Heisenberg, Freeman, Claire?
Enough, Sean. Don't you dare bring up their names. Sean, the progress of civilization has always come with sacrifices. You don't get one without the other. To have the chance to harness the abilities of SCP-239, no price is too great.
Violet, you are playing with fire.
Dr. Pierce, it's time. I suggest you go to the first floor to get front row seats to civilization's next leap of progress.
Violet! Listen to me! Violet!
I mean, neither person is a good person. Sean wanted to electrotherapy her to death, and Violet has like the more parenting, coddling way. But they're all rushing to grow up a child who, you know, takes a long time to mature. Who has, you know, powers to make things into reality. Probably not the thing that you should rush, you know? Let's see, SCP-239 test plan, objective. Time result. Convert pure water into wine in glass. 4 inches passed. Resurrect birds that have been dead for more than 12 hours. Passed. Create a fig tree. Turn living things into molecules. Okay. Blank and blank on those. Recorder, Assistant Amelia Joe, November 18th, 2004. Alright, so she's doing okay. Got some stuff done. Witch Plan. Background. For a long time now, new and ever more threatening SCPs. Excuse me, Violet. I'm trying to read here.
SCP-239. Do you remember our friend here? The little robin with the pretty feathers?
Damn it.
Can you come out and play with us?
Guess you guys can read that on your own. Just have to pause.
Good, SCP-239. Very well done. All right, let's continue with part 2. Now we need to give the robin a home. A home? Yes, a home. Just like in the storybook. The robin needs a tree to call home. So let's give him a big tree.
Robin, home. Not the tree.
SCP-239, you just need to listen and follow my orders. Come on now. Let's give our good friend the robin a big tree.
Home. Not tree.
SCP-239 will have a slight effect on the current when using her abilities. It's perfectly normal. Very well done, SCP-239. Good. Perfect. As you can well see, under my guidance, SCP-239's abilities grow more and more powerful each day.
It's kind of a twisted tree there.
Over time, we will expand the experimental content, and we will see even more advancements. SCP-239, you can stop now. That's enough.
No, no, Gordon. Pull the sample out of the containment. Okay.
Stop it, SCP-239. That's an order. Stop now.
Should I put my suit on?
God damn it! Why won't it open? Sean? Sean! Sean! The backup door outside! Help me open it! Come on, quick!
Violet, I told you you were playing with fire.
Cut the bullshit and let me out! She's lost her mind! What are you doing? Open it! Open the damn thing!
No, Violet. I can't.
What? What do you mean?
SCP-239 is out of control. Why would I open the gate?
What the fuck are you saying? Open it!
You're right, Violet. Victory comes to those who fight, and to those who last.
You're talking crazy, Sean! This is not that! Open the fucking thing!
An accident of this magnitude! It's just what I need to prove myself.
Sean! Sean, don't think like that! We can work together! We'll do it your way! Your rules, your method! Whatever you want! Or we'll do... I know! I'll quit! I'll resign! Which plan is all yours?
I will use these learnings to improve the plan and equipment. I've never been so certain of success.
No, Sean. Let's not think like that. Let's talk things through.
You have proven invaluable, Violet. You will not die in vain.
No, Sean, no. No, 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 you fuck. You fucking Sean. I quit. Sean, you should...
Oh no. What the hell is this? Lampshade?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not your fault. Got some abusive adults around you. SCP Foundation's really kind of pushing it, huh? Well, we're not necessarily the good guys.
D6744. The energy output is getting out of hand. How much longer?
So this is the witch plan, huh? Are we anything more than tools to you?
It's not about that. This is about saving the world. Either you fix this, or we're all screwed.
That's what I'm doing.
Then move your ass and do it already.
Yeah, suck my nuts. Quitting the Foundation was the best damn decision of my life.
I like this guy. Oh, got another little puzzle. So this got a chair and server racks, maybe? I don't know what that is. Okay, so let's see, where's my mouse? Wait, where do I start? Wait, what?
I now present to you the ARB Potential Development Device 2.0. This device is capable of not only better stimulating the potential of abnormal objects, but can also automatically turn on the respective electric field control, so long as the abnormal objects exceed the preset amplitude. This will ensure that the experiment is foolproof, with zero chance of runaway. The tragedy of Directed Tau 2 cannot be repeated. We must learn from our mistakes. We must not forget the enormous power of SCP-239. And we must treat security as a top priority. Otherwise, all of this will be for nothing. Do not forget the credence we live by. Secure, contain, protect. This we must uphold at every turn.
Yeah, it's like I'm playing like a Bioshock or something. Sean's reinstatement certificate. O5 Council, SCP Foundation, January 17, 2005. After deliberation, the O5 Council has decided to reinstate Dr. Sean Pierce as the principal investigator and development leader with B3 authority for the SCP-239 project. The ARB plan has been approved and authorized by the Council, with relevant work shall be carried out according to the set schedule. Authorization is effective immediately. Yeah, got his job back. Had to kill one of his colleagues, but, you know. Violet's death certificate. Spot. Site 17, Lab 3003. Time. November 18, 2004. Results. Violet Tanto. Employee ID. Site 17051. Experiment Director. Deceased. Cause of death. Fractured skull. Hemorrhagic shock. Amelia Joe. Employee ID 0172390334. Experiment Assistant. Deceased. Cause of death. Progressive cervical hematoma. Lab 3003. Sector Site 173. Used for experiment was severely damaged. Special equipment storage room 6th floor above Lab 3003 was also severely damaged. Undamaged equipment was removed after the accident. Roof of Lab 4001, Sector 4 below Lab 3003 was structurally damaged. It remained idle at the time of accident. No resulting collateral casualties or other types of containment damage recorded. Background of accident. Violet Tato, Witch Plan Director, had been working on Demeter Plan in place of Dr. Sean Pierce's ARB Plan since December 28, 2003. Demeter Plan's first public test at Site 17 Demeter was identified as the cause of the accident. Cause of accident, loss of control of SCP-239's abilities, was the direct cause of the accident, according to the investigation. Prior to the accident, no telekinetic headgear devices were installed around the experiment subject 239, subject SCP-239. Director Tato did not initiate any contingency plans at the time of accident. The investigation team holds that there were design defects in the control variables surrounding the design of the Demeter Plan. Because Director Violet Tato could not effectively quantify the project controls, she assumes primary responsibility for the cause of the accident. Follow-up actions. The development of Witch Plan will be delayed as a result of the accident. Dr. Blank, who provided referrals for Violet Tato, will be held jointly liable for the resulting accident. Type 1 Accident Investigation Team of the Foundation Investigator Blank. Okay. Well, seemed like a good idea at the time.
I'm sorry.
Hi, hello. It's okay. I just want to talk.
No. Stay away.
What happened? It's not your fault.
Shit. Oh, probably not a great plan on my part. Is this what's happening outside, or? It's like a big brain. With a sticker on top. Like it's a chariot.
Dr. Sean Pierce. December 25th, 2005. 16:30 hours. This is the first experiment of ARP Plan 2.0. SCP-239. We will repeat the previous tests first.
Experiment 1. Strength test. Pass rate of 95%.
Voltage strength 600 kilovolts. Power on. SCP-239. Crush the car in front of you.
Keep crushing. Okay. Well, why'd they make this so hard? Are you supposed to fail it?
Test completed. Pass.
Good. Go on.
Experiment 2. Control test. Pass rate of 87%.
Voltage strength 700 kilovolts. Power on. SCP-239. Put the fragments on the ground back together.
Oh, it's a little Katamari, huh?
Test completed.
Oh, okay. I guess it didn't have to be neat.
We'll now begin the new test.
Experiment 3. Creation test. Pass rate indeterminate.
Voltage strength 800 kilovolts. Power on. SCP-239. Reassemble this junk into a truck. A real, operational truck. Not some fancy replica. Very well done. Amazing. Fun.
What? Oh, are you serious? Whoa, that's tiny.
I know where the problem is. Do I need to shock you again? Amazing. Fun.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh, okay, I'm supposed to fail. I was like, what?
Dr. Pierce, our equipment can't handle that much current.
Damn it. I'm the one who's in charge of this experiment. 950 kilovolts. Now! Power on!
Afraid. Whose eyes? Imagine. Imagine. Beautiful. Images.
What the hell is this? Damn it! Stop trying to play violent tricks on me! I know how to deal with your useless imagination. Increase the voltage strength to 1,000 kilovolts.
Dr. Pierce, the current has breached the security threshold. If left to overload, the device could explode at any moment.
Get the hell out of here!
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if somebody could actually hit it. I mean, it'd be awful tough. Oh. Okay, what's going on? Oh, you again. Okay. So we need to stay away from you. Oh, we need to crouch. Oh, I can't crouch. Ooh, don't mind me. Yeah, you're from the beginning of the game. Not great news. I can't tell where stuff is. Okay, thankfully they're nearsighted, so don't worry that much about their field of vision. Must be deaf too, because I'm not making a sound. Oh, still chasing me. Okay, okay. I wonder if that's like going to be a common enemy throughout the later stories. I mean, obviously he's not in every episode.
D6744. Nicely done.
Hold on.
The outflow of energy of SCP-239 has subsided and is now beginning to dissipate. We have regained control.
Just hold on.
Again, a job well done. The synapse is now ready to be disconnected.
Can you just hold the fuck on and listen for a damn change?
What's the matter?
The problem hasn't yet been solved. She's still lost deep in her mental anguish.
That's not our concern. The crisis has been averted. Innumerable lives have been saved. Your mission is complete.
My mission's not complete until she is stable.
Compassion in times of desperation leads only to the destruction of yourself.
3 minutes. You owe me that much. For all this, you owe me. I can enter her subconscious and fix this. 3 minutes.
Very well. I'll disconnect the synapse in 3 minutes. If you're not back, then so be it. I will show no compassion.
Three minutes, huh? Is it like a real-time 3 minutes? I mean, so far the game hasn't, like, been that time sensitive. But, and there's no timer.
Team Honey Badger has entered the value anomaly area, now quickly approaching.
Good. Proceed.
The amniotic fluid has broken. Send to delivery room 2.
Oh, I do hear a clock though. That's not so good. Has to go this way. I see. Okay. Reset. How's I want me to do this? I don't understand. Yeah, I can't use the yellow at all. Yellow can connect to yellow, red can connect to red. But to connect to red, I need to make my way here. That's not right. No. No. Confusing. Tradition form of gynecology and obstetricians of blank hospital. Medical payment method, self-paying. Name blank blank. Gender female. Age 29. Current resident address Utah blank. Blood type O. Nationality American. Duration of pregnancy 273 days. Gravidity 1. Contact blank. Contact number blank. Conditions at admission blank. Date of admission October 19th, 1998. Due date October 22nd, 1998. Okay.
What's going on? The needles on these rings are all over the place. I don't know, but my watch has stopped working too.
Okay. Oh my god, again.
Maternal Scotia, profuse bleeding. Send to operating room now.
Why do developers use that sound? It's so common, like since like the 20s, I think, and not the 2020s, but the 1920s. I can't remember when it was recorded, but it was a long time ago. That scream, or the Wilhelm screams. You know, it's like we recognize those.
Value fluctuation increasing. Team Honey Badger approaching target.
Heart rate 100. Blood pressure normal.
Hemostat. Dogs.
Target confirmed. Containment operations ready.
Excellent. Operation Witch Hunt commence.
Oh, okay. Witch hunt is to gather the potential child and then bring her under control. I mean, obviously it didn't work out very well. Oh no, that's obviously not right.
Congratulations, a lovely princess with beautiful blue eyes. Have you thought of a good name for her?
She is my little angel. Secret.
Target SCP-239 has been contained.
Okay, those are the 3 agents that died. Trying to get a hold of their girl.
SCP-239! 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 That's an order! SCP-239! That's an order! SCP-239! Do as I say! SCP-239! Do as I say! Come on! Do it! Come on! Do it! SCP-239! SCP-239! SCP-239!
Don't blame yourself. None of this is your fault. Maybe you weren't meant for this world.
Those eyes. Imagine. Beautiful. Images. The robin says, the home I want, my home is squishy all over, with shiny warm lights and no more cold steel.
And a slightly lower frame rate.
Beautiful star stickers and colorful lights.
Making an extremely low frame rate.
Everywhere I go, they twinkle, twinkle like little eyes. So many good books, with the cutest animals inside. They only say nice things to me. They always want to chat with me. So many beautiful decorations.
Oh, hey, there's our dragon friend.
Mountains of toys. I can play all day, anywhere I want. I'll have my favorite toy, a beautiful carousel. I'll ride and ride, and it will take me anywhere. There, I will not be yelled at. I will not be punished. I can sing as much as I like. I hope so much to live here forever. My home, Seguros' home.
My head.
Take a deep breath. Just some minor side effects from the force disconnection.
She's not coming back.
What?
In the end, she chose to shut off her subconscious. She'll sleep forever, like a plant.
Maybe that's for the best. Anyways, our primary concern is the incident report. It'll require some brainstorming.
Not my concern.
I'll arrange for someone to take you back. See you on the next mission.
Not in this lifetime.
Oh, we saw some movement there. Unless that was him. Let's see. Unconscious intrusion operation SCP-239-01 red. Witch plan 26104 red. ARB potential development plan red. Mandate from O5 Council to have Miss Violette participate in SCP-239 red. Oh, favorite storybook of SCP-239 Animals of Africa. Demeanor plan accident investigation report. Sean's new test plan. Maternity registration form. Early containment archive. Back to mission. Okay. Consciousness intrusion. Operation report of senior researcher blank. Pentaorbital intravenous drip and telekill-led ally coverage of are two important containment procedures that remain essential at this time. As to whether a new round of consciousness intrusion is necessary, our group of specialists will need to discuss further. Witch plan 26104. In response to the urgency of the situation, the O5 Council instated a new containment approach in July 2002. Rather than physical containment, the new approach seeks to harness the reality distortion abilities of SCP-239 in order to contain other SCPs. This project was given the codename Witch Plan. ARB Potential Development Plan. Mandate from O5 Council to transfer Miss Violette to SCP-239 Project. Favorite storybook of SCP-239, The Animals of Africa. Demeanor Plan. Accident Investigation Report. On the cover of the investigation report is a small block of text written messily in a rush. SCP-239 turning 8 years old soon. Subject risk factor far exceeds value recorded in old file. Must reevaluate. Sean's new test plan 2.01. Appears to briefing memo. Based on the latest assessment of SCP-239, we believe it is necessary to reclassify the subject from Euclid to Keter and initiate higher level security protocols for any possible emergencies that may arise. Returning to registration form, early containment archive of SCP-239. Well done, young man. Thank you, Director R. With a reality distorting anomaly classified as Keter, it would seem keeping the subject in a state of comatose is the only viable solution. You're right. This place is not what I thought it was. Still willing to understand and abide by the rules. When I handed you this task to you, I was frankly rather worried about whether or not you would be able to complete it. It seems you're ready. What do you mean? Carl, someone wants to talk to you. New message from unknown contact. Okay. Hello, Carl. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. What matters is, who are you? Carl, it's just a name, a symbol. I am the one who will guide you to the answers. What should I do? First, you'll need to complete some warm-up exercises. Take the elevator to the 15th floor. Okay. Go to this sector B24. Where the hell is that? Okay, literally not here. I should probably drink that. End it all. Well, maybe not end it all. I'd just be extremely sick. And then after it burned through my stomach lining, then I would end it. After suffering many, many hours. Anyway, the moral of the story is don't attempt to drink any cleaning fluid or laundry detergent. In other words, don't be a dumbass. I wish I knew when it saved. It doesn't seem like it saves that often, unfortunately. Because I think we need to take a break and have some lunch. Well, it's like 4 a.m. Maybe breakfast is a better term. We doing anything? A flashlight? No? We are just waiting. Oh, I'm taking the elevator, right? Of course, it could also be stuck. That wouldn't surprise me. Hello? It might be stuck. Yeah, that's that doesn't sound good. Hopefully it saves. Hopefully I don't have to like play it on my PC in order to get it to work. Like I said, PC gaming, you know, it is what it is. Alright, hold on a minute. Okay, let's see if this thing's gonna work for us. I don't have like a lot of hope. Except we ended up playing it on PC just to get it to work for the next chapter. And if it doesn't work, then yeah, we'll call it for today for SCP. Actually, I may call it anyway because I said it's kind of time for lunch on or breakfast on this side of the world. Yeah, it's looking like this thing crashes on the Steamdeck. It's a real shame. I mean, it's obviously not made for this for the Steamdeck. That would mean there's no consideration at all from the developers, with the control being keyboard only. You know, we kind of fashioned some mappings for our controller, but obviously it wasn't meant for that. Yeah, it looks like it's just crashed. Okay, so yeah, bear that in mind if you have a Steamdeck that at some point in time SCP will just stop working. So, you know, just if you're going to play this on the Steamdeck, might need to wait for some additional patching. So you might have to stick to PC on this one. Anyway, this is audap watching SCP Secret Files running on the Steamdeck, and I think this will be the last time we run it. It looks like to progress we need to run it on a PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.